Welcome back to the Marshall Gym, everybody. Tonight we have for you some 3AA wrestling action. It's the first round of sections, and your hometown Marshall Tigers will be taking on New London Spicer. New London Spicer, they had a pigtail match here just a little bit ago, and they were able to defeat number 4 seeded Morris Area. I didn't catch the final score, but they kind of won pretty handily. So Marshall's going to be taking on New London Spicer here in a couple minutes. They have not faced each other this year, and I believe New London Spicer is new to the section this year. So this matchup probably hasn't happened too many times here in the last few years, but Marshall is your clear favorite here today. They are the 1 seed in the north. And like I said, New London is the 5 seed. On the other side of the gym today, we're going to be having United wrestle Redwood Valley. So they are going to be the 3 and 2 seed in the north side of 3AA wrestling. So with that, it looks like we're going to be getting started here pretty quick. And it looks like we're going to have Connor Roth, I believe, for the Tigers. And for New London, I believe it's going to be Ty Bissick.
On the orange mat for the Wildcats, Bissick. For the Tigers, Connor Roth.
All right, sounds like we had it right. So we have Ty Bissick and Connor Roth starting off at 106 pounds here to start the Tigers postseason. So hopefully they can get off to a hot start and continue here on Saturday if they would get a key win here today. So with that, both wrestlers are kind of jumping around, and Connor Roth kind of goes in for his signature high crotch, but Ty Bissick was able to kind of throw some legs in here, and he's trying to get behind the armpits and trying to score 2 here right off the start of the first period. Connor's trying to sneak out the back here. The ref's saying no points. No one has control yet. Connor's able to get up to his feet with the single leg, and he's able to get a takedown. So with that, we got a 2-0 lead for Connor Roth. Looks like Connor, he's trying to tie up something. He's working a power half, and Ty is able to get up to his feet, and Connor's going to try to return him back to the mat. But, okay, there we go. He's able to get him back to the mat, and Ty sits out. Connor throws in a leg, trying to get cross body, maybe do a power half, but he's getting a little high, and New London Spicer's trying to come around for a reversal. He's got the leg hooked, and they're getting close to the edge of the mat, so maybe Connor can get off without any exchange of points, but looks like he's trying to do the cradle maybe too, and looks like still holding on, still fighting. He's trying to, there's 38 seconds left. He's trying to just get a stalemate or get a stoppage time, but he's able to regain his composure and get back behind him, and he looks right there, right away. He was looking for a cradle. With that, New London, he's back up to his feet, right on the edge of the mat. He's trying to peel those hands, get hand control, and get one. Connor Roth is called for stalling as he wasn't returning the wrestlers to the mat right away. So one more stalling call, and Connor will be giving up a point to his opponent. They're kind of in a little scramble here. Connor's got a leg in, and just like that, Ty's able to get a reversal here at the end of the first period. So just like that, we got a tied up score 2-2 after end of 1. Connor's going to go down to start the second period. So Connor, he's got to start off right away. He's got to have a move right off the whistle. Right there, you see him, he stands up right away. New London tries to throw a leg in, and Connor tries to kind of throw a last-minute headlock here at the end of the mat. Ty picks up his leg, and I think he's going to push him out of bounds. All right, Connor is still down here, minute 44 left. See if he can get up to his feet right away and maybe create some scoring opportunities. All right, Connor is right back up to his feet, trying to get hand control. And looks like they kind of get a little skirmish there. And now he's got an opportunity if he can back out, get one, or possibly get up to his feet here. New London's got the leg locked up. pretty tight there, and still no change of points. So we still have a 2-2 match here with a minute 15. Ty's got that inside leg hooked, and he's got the arm and leg. It looks like he wants to do a lunchbox. He wants to roll him through right to his back, but right as he was about to do that, the ref says stalemate, no action. We're going to restart here with a minute 5 left in the second period. All right, right off the whistle, Connor gets right back up. Ty grabs a leg, and he's going to try to return him right to the mat. Drops back down to the leg, out of bounds. Coaches are telling Connor he needs to get up right away. Don't worry about throwing that headlock. Just get one and go from your feet. So it looks like Connor jumped there right off the whistle. So just a warning to him for caution. Connor is able to step up. And Ty still had a good control there with had that leg control. And looks like right now he's just kind of doing a spiral ride, hooking that back leg, hooking that back ankle, trying to hold him down here for the last 30-some seconds of the second period. Connor's able to get back up to his feet. Ty, he's back on that leg. He's been controlling the leg that whole second period from down. He does need to work up, otherwise he will get dinged for stalling like Connor did. Connor gets up to his feet. He's back up to his, well, looks like he's trying to work back up to his base. Kind of in a little scramble here, and Ty still has that back leg, so there's not going to be 2 awarded yet. Oh, I spoke too soon. The ref gave him 2 here with 6 seconds left. Ty's up to his feet. He needs to return him to the mat, and it looks like they're 2 reversal they're going to call right at the edge of the mat, or right at the edge of, or end of the second period. So with that, we have a 4-4 match, end of 2. New London's going to choose down. Connor Roth says we're going to go from our feet and give him 1 point right away. So it's going to be 5-4 New London from our feet for 2 minutes. Both wrestlers are trying to feel each other out from their feet. Connor does a fake shot. Let's see who can work the action. They haven't really wrestled much from their feet tonight. It was a quick little scramble from their feet right away in the first period. Ty does a little push by, and he goes right into that lunchbox, has that back leg hooked with the arm and the head, and he's going to want to spread him out and do a quick roll. Connor needs to break that hand control and try to swift lay, but Ty, he's working pretty good. He's got that back leg controlled again. Looks like we have a stoppage of time for headgear or maybe blood. So with that, Connor, he let him go, so he's down by 3. 7-4 is the score. And he needs to get a move right off the whistle, possibly get an escape and then maybe a quick takedown or maybe go for a reversal right away. But he has to know that New London's going right for that ankle every time and it's hooked. So he needs to have a quick move right off the whistle. A little shout out to Ethan Hoppy. He must be on blood cleanup. Maybe he had the shortest straw maybe of the coaches today. I'm not sure, but
on the black man for United at 113 pounds, Griffin Johnson. For the Badgers, Owen Bertram.
All right, looks like they're just finishing up here with the blood now. Today's broadcast is on Marshall Community Access Channel, or Tiger TV. It will not be broadcasted live due to the Minnesota State High School League rules, but it can be replayed. So we thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy your wrestling action here tonight. And with that, it looks like they're getting ready to get back out in the center of the mat. So a minute 20 left here in the third period. So New London Spicer, Ty Bizik, he's a 9th grader coming into today, and Connor Roth is a 10th grader. So these two could see each other here at the section individual tournament here in 2 weeks. With that, Connor, he's up right to his feet right away. He's trying to get away. Ty, he drops down to that leg just like he has been the whole match. If he doesn't work up, he could get warned for stalling. Looks like Connery's kind of throwing in maybe a little wizard, pushing away. He wants to create some separation there, but he's just not able to do anything. He needs to fully sprawl and get that. There we go. We got a stalling call on red, New London, for not working up. Connery, he needs to create some separation there. He needs maybe score a 2 reversal with 40-some seconds left, but he's not able to get any separation. He just keeps sprawling. Ty, he's pinning that inside leg to the mat, and he's trying to walk around and make sure he hooks that leg again so he doesn't lose control. And it looks like he's going to sneak right out the back, so no change of points. Again, he's back in on that leg. Connor's jumping around on the one leg, trying to get some control, and they're off on the mat. And we have 20 seconds left here. Still 7-4 match. So Connor's starting to run out of time here. He needs to score some points here in a hurry. Stands up, Ty throws in a cradle right away. He's going to hip into him and see if he can't turn him for some quick bonus points. Connor, he needs to break the grip, break that hand control there, and it looks like your first match is going to be complete. We have a 7-4 victory for New London Spicer, so they're going to take a 3-0 lead here in the duel. All right, so it looks like for your Marshall Tigers, they're throwing out Mitchell Bauman here at 113 pounds.
113 pounds for the Wildcats. For the Tigers, Mitch Bauman.
I'm not sure exactly who they said it. Maybe Blake Vagle, the sophomore with a 22-6 record. And Marshall actually throws in an alternate here, Mitchell Bauman, and he gets taken down right away. And at this moment in time, he's fighting off his back with a tilt. Blake comes into today's match with a 26-6 record, so he is one of their better wrestlers. We're just looking at the records here, so looks like Marshall's going to do a little bumping around with their lineup.
On the black man.
So it looks like he's doing another quick tilt here. He's already built a 5-0 lead, and he is building off that. And looks like he has 3 back points waiting. Yep, looks like the ref's going to signal three back points here. So we have an 8-0 lead for New London Spicer, and he already has that bar arm in. And it looks like he is working that around. But the ref's going to stop that for potentially dangerous. Looks like it might have been a little too much pressure on that elbow, or shoulder rather. So I think for Marshall, if Bauman doesn't get pinned, I think that's probably a win the way this match is starting off. So with that, we got an escape. It's 8-1 lead for New London Spicer. Shoots in a nice high crotch, is able to finish it, and he's able to split the legs, and he's working right up to a cheap tilt. So he's got a 10-1 lead, and he's grabbing 3 more back points right here. Looks like he might try to slip that arm through and see if he can't get into a pinning combination. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like he's going to do a quick half. He might jump over and maybe see if he can't pick up the quick pin here at the end of the first period. Bauman he's trying to save himself some points here. He's got 4 seconds left in the period. See if he can't fight off on this. And he's able to. So with that, it's going to be a 13-1 lead for New London Spicy here at 113 pounds. Bauman's going to choose neutral. And he has to be aware of that high crotch that we've seen. That's been pretty quick and pretty nice for New London Spicer. He's able, looks like Bauman's trying to tie up an arm here. At this point, he shoots in on a fireman's, but New London Spicer stops him, and looks like he's trying to get head in the side, maybe trying to do a cradle. Bauman needs to fight that. We got a 2-point takedown for New London Spicer, but he is able to break that cradle, that grip. So with that, we have a 15-1 lead. As long as New London Spicer scores 1 more point, they will get a tech fall. Bauman's trying to do a quick switch, which is nice. Need to keep scooting, but he was able to create some separation there for a second. And he's trying to go right back to that, but he's got to bring his back arm because he left that left arm there, and New London Spicer just grabbed it right away, and now he's trying to do a arm pry right to his back. He's going to get back points if Bauman can fight off his back, but I spoke too soon. So with that, Bauman does get pinned here with 57 seconds left here in the second period, and it's going to be a 9-0 lead for New London Spicer.
On the orange mat, at 120 pounds for the Wildcats, Luke Ruder. For the Tigers, Salah A.
All right, so I don't know if you heard it on the announcers, but the Salah A for Marshall will be wrestling. He must have weighed in at 113 pounds, be bumped up to 120, and he is wrestling Luke Ruder, an 8th grader. And just like that, Marshall's able to get a quick takedown, and it looks like he's possibly looking for a far side cradle, trying to set something up. He needs to go out there and score some bonus points here for the Tigers. He's able to lock up an arm here, right on the edge of the mat. New London Spicer's kind of crawling off, and he's trying to bottle him up here in a cradle. Looks like he had it closely locked up, but they slid off. Looks over to Coach Bauman. He says go neutral. So just like that, it's going to be a 2-1 match with 1:22 left. Just like that, a quick outside single. And we have a 4-1 match. Looks like he's looking for trying to lock up that far side wrist. And he's going to roll it over. Maybe do maybe get in the Butcher Series or do an arm over. He's trying to trap that arm on the backside of his body. Trying to create some pressure on that right arm of New London Spicer. Not able to really do anything as New London Spicer is able to continue to move, but he's able to slip in the bar arm now. So see if he can create some pressure. And looks like right now he's tilting them over for some back points. And just like that, we got 2 back points. It's going to be 6-1 Marshall. It's going right back to that same side. He's going to do a power half. As you can see, the wrestlers are both off the mat. And looks like they slid off, but not in time, but he still was able to get 2 more back points. So just like that, we have an 8-1 lead, Marshall. Right off the whistle, Marshall's able to control him. He's got that near side wrist tied up, and he might even be able to get a quick couple points here, but it looks like the clock's going to strike 0 before he's able to do anything here. So after 1, we have an 8-1 lead, Marshall. Well, you got to believe as New London Spicer throwing an 8th grader out there, they're anything less than a pin has to be kind of a win from their minds. So he had a nice shot right there. He just wasn't able to finish. And you can just see the strength here from a 10th grader to an 8th grader, just able to kind of out-muscle him, and now he's fighting from his back. It looks awfully tight from this position. I know I wouldn't want to be down there right now. I would have already been tapping out. So looks like he's hooking that back leg. It's going to be awfully tight, and he's got a whole 1:20 down there now. So it's getting awfully tight, and just like that, we got a fall. So Marshall's able to get on the team score here at 120 with the pin, and we have a 6-9 match here with New London Spicer leading after 120 pounds.
On the orange band at 126 pounds for the Wildcats, for the Tigers.
All right, so we have Blake Lara, a 7th grader for New London Spicer, and then we have Lucas Hodges for the Marshall Tigers at 126 pounds. Just like that, we got a little scramble there, but no points were awarded here. And as each wrestler is trying to feel each other out here at the beginning of the period, or beginning of the match. they're kind of tying up, and Lucas is able to use his length on him and just to get a quick 2. And for a 7th grader, Blake Larla is pretty built. You don't see many 7th graders built like that. He must be a farm kid. He must be out there with working those 5-gallon pails or something like that. I'm not sure, but he is built pretty good. He's short and stocky, but you don't see many 7th graders like that. Just like that, we got a, like I said, 2-0 lead for Lucas. See if he can continue the trend here and lock up some bonus points here for Marshall. Looks like he has a near side cradle locked up, and he's put a head in the side. See if he can't pick up some bonus points. And just like that, we got, looks like the ref, he is counting. So I'm not sure if he'll be able to get the pin in his current position, that far shoulder. I'm not sure if that is going to be pinned to the mat. And again, I'm wrong, so I'm just going to stop talking. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But just like that, it's a 12-9 lead for Marshall. So they were able to first 4 matches is split 2-2, but Marshall's able to get 2 pins versus New London Spicer is able to get a pin and a decision. So in wrestling, it's if you can't get bonus points, or if you don't give up bonus points, it's tough to lose sometimes. So you need to fight off your back and make sure you get the extra points. And so at 132 pounds here, we have Noah Jensen and Sam Stageberg here for New London Spicer. And at the start of the first period, we have a 0-0 score here, and they're just trying to feel each other out here. Both wrestlers are still tied up. They're trying to work their move. They're trying to work their ties and see if they can't see an opportunity, create an angle, and score some points. Noah comes into today's match with an 18-11 record, and Sam comes into today's match with a 22-10 record. So they're fairly even in the match if you're looking at their records, and see if we're in for a good matchup here. Marshall has kind of got him in a front head situation, but he wasn't able to get him to the mat. And they're going to restart with 51 seconds left here in the first period. Noah's he's kind of pushing him around here. He's kind of been the dictator here in the first period, trying to impose his will on New London Spicer. Once again, it looks like he's kind of pushing him off the mat. As both wrestlers are just trying to tie something up. The wrestler was trying to slide by, but Jensen was able to jump over and throw the legs in. He needs to look up, create a little more pressure, and he might be able to get some points here. Just like that, able to stick out a quick pin. So both wrestlers were fighting. It was a closely contested match there in the first period. But one little slip up by New London, and Marshall's able to capitalize. Just like that, we have an 18-9 lead for Marshall. So it looks like here we will be having Grant Lawaji at 138 pounds, and we have David Barthel for New London Spicer. Grant comes into today's match with a 28-8 record, and David comes into today's match with a 6-13 record. So just looking at the records, it looks like Marshall should be expecting some bonus points if Lawaji can wrestle like he's capable and take care of business. He's dancing around on his knees there and trying to create a quick shot. He's able to get in on a low single, and now he's trying to slide out the back. New London's grabbing that ankle, and Lawaji's able to sneak out the back for a 2-point takedown. Right away, he doesn't waste no time. He's able to wrap up that far side wrist. He's trying to create a pinning combination. Looks like he has that inside arm bottled up. from our vantage point, and he has a he's trying to pin that back arm across the back and trying to create a pinning combination. And looks like New London Spicers, he's just he's trying to keep moving, which he is doing. He just he's not able to get hand control. Lawaji's able to put a bar arm in, and looks like he's trying to go into a double arm bar here with 34 seconds left in the first period. Just like that, New London was able to get out up to his feet, and they get in a little scramble, and Lawaji was able to end up on top, and he's got a tight pinning combination here. And with 21 seconds left in the first period, he's able to get a quick fall. So Lawaji was able to get a quick takedown, and he was trying to run a pinning combination, and New London got to his feet, and they got into a scramble. New London tried throwing a headlock, but Lawaji was able to, I guess, control him enough to bring him back down on the mat. And when he brought him back down, he was in good position. Was able to get a quick fall.
For the Tigers,
Andrew Williams for the Marshall Tigers, and I think we have Nathan Thien for New London Spicer. So just like that, it's a 24-9 lead in the team score after Marshall got down, but they battled back here to in the middle of the lineup here. So we have a quick shot from New London Spicer. Williams is trying to break the control, and he's able to get a 2-point takedown. Throws in the quick legs, and it looks like he's looking for a power half. He's got to make sure he keeps them broken out with the legs. You don't want to get too high, otherwise you're in danger of giving up a 2-point reversal. He is really digging and looking for that power half. And it looks like he has it locked up. He needs to continue to create some leverage at the elbow, but New London Spicer was able to break that grip, and Williams is right back. He's looking. That must be his move from top. He is looking for that power half. Looks like he has it. Looks like he had it, but he lost it again. So he is. If you hang your head or he's able to get legs on you, it looks like he is throwing the legs in right away, and he is looking for that power half. So it looks like we had a little stoppage there. We have 51 seconds. And let's see if he can't throw those legs in again. New London was able to get it right to his feet. Williams is throwing that leg in from the feet, and looks like we have a potentially dangerous. So with 44 seconds left, we're going to start it all over again. So we have a 2-0 lead here for Williams. And he is in the top position, hoping to ride out New London Spicer here for the rest of the first period. And time was getting close. He was probably going to get dinged for stalling, so he just lets them go as they're at their feet. And so we have a 2-1 match. Both wrestlers are tying up. They are trying to set something up, trying to create an angle, see if they can't get in a position that they can get a quick takedown in with 13 seconds left. And just like that, we're going to end the first period with a 2-1 lead for Marshall. Aaron Williams comes into today's match with a 3-7 record, so he's wrestling pretty good so far. And it looks like we have a little blood time. And the opponent, Nathan, looks like he comes into today's record. He's a senior with a 22-11 record. So based off the records, looking at this one, it looked like New London Spicer, they are probably favored, but it hasn't really worked out that way so far. Aaron's kind of came out in here, and he's wrestled pretty well. So he's in the down position. It looks like he's trying to get a little hand control. He needs to make sure he doesn't hang his head here, otherwise he could get tossed to his back. He needs to get that head up and keep working for that hand control. Get those legs out for underneath of him. Looks like New London Spicer has that inside arm trapped, and Marshall's able to get an escape. So just like that, we got a 3-1 lead, Marshall. Both wrestlers are tying up again. They're pushing back and forth, trying to create an angle, and looks like both wrestlers are not really taking too many risks here. Williams, he's pushing right off the mat. He's kind of in control right now. And we got a stalling call, red, because backing off the mat. Looking over at the New London side, the coach says, don't worry about it, kid. Just go out there and just keep wrestling your match. So just like that, we still have a 3-1 lead, and New London Spicer has been called for stalling once. Both wrestlers are tying up again. Neither one's really creating much here. Marshall needs to make sure they're still the aggressor, even though they have the lead here to start this match. Looked like he was trying to do a quick little duck under here for Marshall, but he wasn't able to succeed. And both wrestlers again are still tying up, and they're still trying to slow the action down the way it looks. Looks like we got an underhook here from Marshall. Both maybe he's trying to either slow the match down, or maybe he's got a quick little slide by to a high crotch. But we got a short time here left in the second period, and time is going to run out. It's going to be a 3-1 score with New London's choice, and it looks like they're going down. So I would expect to see legs coming from Marshall right away. Right off the whistle, looks like he is able to trap that arm, and he doesn't have legs in yet, but it looks like he's able to get that far side leg in, and he's looking for that power half again. New London just kind of bottled up. He's not trying to give him that inside arm, and he's able to work back up to his base, but Marshall's able to break him down right again. So he's keeping the pressure on. All his weight is forward. Now he's throwing in that second leg, and he's really got the pressure in on New London, and he's really looking for that power half. Ref says that's enough. No action, so we're going to restart. So New London Spicer is going to go back down with a minute 20 left. Just like that, New London was able to get up, but Williams is able to throw that leg in, and he has him halted again, and he's got that power half as he's looking for that. That outside arm, he's not able to get anything, but New London just kind of grabbing that wrist of Marshall and just kind of waiting for him. But he's trying to push that head down with his one arm, and with the other arm, he's trying to do go under and get a power half, and he's able to get it. Looks like it wasn't quick enough for the back points, but he was able to get it quickly, just not long enough to get any back points. So with that, we have 40 seconds left here, and we're going to have a stalemate again. Ref's going to say no action, so we're going to restart. So again, I would expect legs coming from Marshall early and often. And it looks like there was an attempt to throw a leg in. He missed, but he threw it in again from his feet. And New London's able to kind of kick out of it. Just like that, it's a 3-2 match with 20 seconds left. New London Spicer's in on the leg. It's up, trying to finish to a double right at the edge of the mat. And it's going to be 4-3, New London. And they are off the mat with 10 seconds left. So Marshall needs to stand up quick, get an escape, get into a scramble situation, and see if they can't get a point or a reversal here to prevent the loss. So just like that, New London was able to break him down. Looks like Williams is trying to get hand control, but I think time is going to run out. He doesn't. Time runs out, and there it looks like they're going to give them two near fall there right at the end. So the final score was 6-3, but the match was obviously much closer than that. So with that, the score for the team portion is going to move from 24 to 12, moving into a 152 pounds.
152 pounds for the Wildcats.
Tim Tyne for New London Spicer, and for Marshall we have Jackson Hughes. New London's in on a quick shot, and Hughes is trying to do a quick power half, trying to see if he can't get New London to flip over and either get some near fall, but he was able to get a 2-point takedown because he had that back leg hook, and he's running right to a cradle. So it looks like he has this thing locked up pretty good. He's hipping into him, and he's putting his leg in the side, and he's trying to tighten this bad boy up. It looks like he's got gonna be getting some near fall here. As you can see with the camera, that closest shoulder wasn't really close to the mat, but he was able to get back points. He wasn't going to pin him there, but he was able to pick up some points. So with that, it's a 5-0 lead for Marshall. New London looked like he was trying to do a Granby roll, and he was able to get an escape with that. So we have a 5-1 lead for Jackson. So both wrestlers are back up to their feet, and let's see if we can get some more action here. We have Tim, he is a 9th grader, and Jackson is an 11th grader. And Jackson kind of does his patented lateral drop that we've seen quite a bit here in the last couple weeks. And looks like he has moving into a possible front headlock situation. Looks like they have that locked up pretty tight here with 20 seconds left, and Jackson was able to get the fall. So the team score is going to move to 30 to 12. All right, so like I said, the team score is 30 to 12 here, and it looks like Marshall's going to be sending out Elijah Sterner at 160 pounds.
160 pounds for the Wildcats, Lucas Tutenhagen.
And New London's going to send out Lucas Tutenhagen. I'm just going to go with Lucas because there's no way I'm going to say that last name right. So looks like Lucas comes into today's match, with a 3-12 record, while Elijah comes in with an 18-15 record. And Elijah's in on a quick shot, and it looks like he might switch to a double, and he's going to take him down right to his back. So it looks like he's going to get some near fall here with the takedown. He kind of picked him up, kind of showing off those muscles for all the girls in the stands. And just like that, we have a 4-0 lead here for Marshall. And he's looking right away to that crossface, possibly to a Butcher series. It looks like he's going to run that right over his head and trying to turn him, but it looks like he needs to commit to it. Keep going. The guy's, just going to slide right over just like that. And put all your weight on him and look to the sky. Stay on your toes there like he is. Maybe scoop that head, get a little more pressure. He has the back point secure. Now he just needs to readjust a little bit, pull up on that head and keep the pressure, and maybe he could get the quick fall here in the first period. He needs to use his right arm and scoop under that head and get off his knees. Looks like the ref, he's sliding around there, trying to see the quick fall, but no, doesn't look like it was there. So just like that, we have a 7-0 lead here for Marshall. New London's up on all fours, trying to create some separation and get away, and Elijah's able to break him down to his belly. And with 12 seconds left, he's kind of looking for that crossface again to the Butcher series. But I think time's going to run out here. So with the first period ending, we're going to have a 7-0 score here. And it is going to be New London's choice, and they're going to defer. And Marshall's going to go down here to start the second period with a 7-0 lead. right off the whistle, Elijah, he sits out right away. But New London's able to trap that arm and kind of put in a bar arm. But Elijah's strong enough. He's able to outmuscle him and get that back. And he's back up to his feet. New London throws in the leg. But Elijah's trying to peel those arms. They come down in a scramble situation. And Elijah's able to flip his hips. And he's able to get a quick reversal. And looks like he's looking for that near side cradle right away. Throwing his head in the side. But it looks like he's going to run out of real estate. Nope, he's able to stay, keep his legs in bounds. And looks like he got a quick 2 call. So just like that, we got 11-0 lead. And he's back to that Butcher series, working right over the head. Let's see if he can't pick up the fall this time. He switches to, flips his hips. He lets go of the Butcher, he just flips his hips. He doesn't really have anything grabbed there. And it looks like we have a 14-0 lead after that. So if Elijah can pick up one more point here, it looks like we'll have a tech ball. But you know, as the coach, you're probably looking for him to get a pin, get the extra point for the team. He's trying to work that crossface again, but New London is just bracing out there. He knows it's coming. It's been coming the whole match. So Elijah, he lurks back. He's trying to get that near side arm, maybe do an arm bar or maybe a arm pry. And it looks like he's working the near side half, and he's looking back for that cradle. And he wasn't quite able to quite get him all the way, but he needs to lock this up here with 10 seconds left. New London, he's fighting it, and we have a 2 count at least. So it looks like with 1 minute or 1 second left, he's going to get the quick fall. If he doesn't get the fall there, he's got the back point, so it's going to be a tech fall. So either way, the match is over, but he was able to secure a 6-point victory for his team with the fall. With a tech fall, it would have been a 5-point for the team. So with that, we're going to move on to 170 pounds. And it looks like we're going to have Zach Stahl for Marshall.
170 pounds for the Wildcats, Dalton Barrett.
And Dalton Barrett for New London Spicer, an 8th grader. So if you're looking up and down this New London Spicer roster, they have quite a few 7th and 8th graders, some 9th graders, so they're a pretty young team. So they are the 5 seed here in the North, so you know that they're looking to get some good postseason experience and look to build off that for future seasons. Zach Stahl comes into today's match with a 23-5 record, and Dalton comes into today's match with a 4-10 record as an 8th grader. And they're off the mat here to start the first period, so we still have a 0-0 score here with 1:20 left. Both wrestlers are kind of trying to feel their way out, and Stahl's able to shoot that low single, and now he's looking for that cradle. Looks like he's going to hook that back leg, and he's going to look for that far side cradle. Instead, he's going to throw in the leg and see if he can't break him out. He's trying to grab that far side arm and break him down, which he's able to. And right into that crossface, right into the cradle here. Looks like he's trying to lock up. He has to be aware of where he's at on the mat. Make sure he brings him off. There you go. He's able to switch his body and able to bring him back inside the circle. And just like that, we have a quick fall. So another quick pin here from Marshall. I think they had a little sour taste in their mouth from the last time they were out, and they kind of ran into a buzzsaw in Fairmont. So they're trying to get a little confidence back here tonight, and they're hoping to take care of business here. And if all goes well, maybe they can see them back in the section finals. But with that pin, it's going to be a 42-12 lead here going into 182 pounds. And we're going to have Cade Barrett, 10th grader here for New London Spicer. And we're going to have Wyatt Martin, the senior, the only senior for Marshall Tigers.
On the black mat, 145 pounds for the
both wrestlers are trying to get some hand control, see if they can't work something here to get a first takedown here in the match. They kind of get in a quick, close situation, and Wyatt does a quick little trip and was able to pick up a quick 2-point takedown, threw a couple legs in, and they rolled off the mat. So it's going to be a 2-0 lead here for Marshall with 1:32 left. New London does a really nice quick switch there and was able to get a reversal, so we have a 2-2 score. Just to kind of give you a quick update on the other match here today, I'm not sure what weight they're at, but Redwood Valley is winning 12-10 over United. And back to the action, Wyatt Martin gets broken down here off the whistle, and trying to work back up to his base, get some hand control, see if he can't get away and get a quick 3-2 lead here with a minute left here in the first period. Instead, it looks like he does a quick roll. He's trying to set up the Granby there. He needs to turn into him or secure that post, that arm, or go to the head or go to the leg to get a reversal. He hasn't given him any points here until he does that, and just like that, he switches to the head. He's in a headlock, and he's able to get 2-point reversal. And he has the back points counted, but he's able to put the pressure on and get a quick pin. So he keeps the trend going for your hometown Marshall Tigers. And they pick up another fall, and now it's 48-12, going into 195 pounds. So, like I said earlier, they're trying to show everyone that the match here last week for the conference championship was a fluke when they kind of got ran out of the building. So it's nice to see them come out here and looking for the quick pins. So it looks like we have Nick McKenzie, a 9th grader for New London Spicer at 195 pounds, and Jaden Barr for Marshall. Quick little, I'm not even sure what to call that, but they ran off the mat and no points. And it looks like New London's a little dizzy from that. They're going to ask the trainer to come over. Although he's kind of grabbing in the men's region, we'll call it. We'll just leave it at that, just in case there's some young ears in the audience. I think his coach is telling him, just go jump around a little bit, go stretch it out. We'll look the other way, it'll be fine. And the 9th grader's going out there thinking, what in the world am I getting myself into? And looks like just like that, the trainer's walking away, so it must not be anything serious. You do get, it looks like he still has 1:30 left in the injury time. And just like that, they're going to cut it and say he's ready to go. So all that 8 seconds into the first period. And Jaden Barr's already back pushing the pace. See if he can't, right into a nice double here. He finishes, kept the foot in bounds, and he was able to get the quick takedown. And the Marshall coaches, they tell him, good job, way to finish that move. And see if he can't get a quick turn here from the top position. He's got that, broke him down with that with the ankle, and now he's looking for a quick outside half, and he's jumping over, and you see if he can't turn him. And now it looks like he's going to switch to the other side. It looks like he needs to break him back down. Now he's going to work right to that Butcher series again, walk him right over. He needs to get off his knees and scoop that head and put all his pressure and get off your knees. And it looks like he isn't quite able to do that. He hasn't released the move, so if he did receive any back points, the ref is not going to give it to him yet. So he needs to get off his knees again, but no points were awarded there because he already had 3 points near fall. So just like that, we have a 5-0 score. Now he's got that Butcher again. He's able to throw him over, and looks like he's going to be getting some back points again here with 30 seconds left here in the first period. He needs to get off his knees and hook that head. And just like that, we got 3 more back points. And he's going right away again, right back to that crossface, looking for that butcher series, looking for that cradle if it's there. But he needs to remember to stay off his knees, keep the pressure on, and make life miserable for your opponent. And off the whistle, doesn't look like much is really going on, but Marshall's still in control. He's trying to break him down, and we have a short time left. And just like that, we have a 8-0 lead here for Marshall after the first period. New London looks over his coach. His coach tells him to go down. He shakes his head. I don't want to go back down there. But he listens to his coach anyways, and he's going back down. So let's see if Jaden can get that butcher this time and put some more pressure on him, pick up some more back points. He's looking for that crossface, but he's got that inside leg. See if he can't break him down. He has the length. I would think if he does that crossface to a cradle, that'd probably work too. But he's got the half locked up, but New London is able to break that grip of his. Looks like Marshall needs to break him back down. He needs to start there and then work to penny combination, because work from his knees, it's not really working well for him. The ref is going to warn New London for stalling. You're just kind of sitting there on the bottom, not really doing much. So Jaden's able to finally break him down. Let's see if he can work some penny combinations here with 1:50 left. He's got that arm control, what they would like to call the ball and chain. He has the arm through the legs, but we're going to have blood time with New London. So with that, we will let you guys know that today's broadcast is from Marshall Community Access Channel, or Tiger TV. And due to the Minnesota State High School League rules, this broadcast is not live, but it will be replayed for the Marshall residents. And looking over to the other mat, it's still a close contest. United is 10, Redwood 12. So that match isn't progressing along with as many falls as ours has been, but that also is the 2-3 matchup here in the north, so that's kind of expected. And the winner, or so if Marshall moves on tonight, they are the high seed in the north in 3AA, and on Saturday at 12:30 here in Marshall, they will be wrestling the low seed in the north, so that'll be either New Ulm or Worthington. And then on the other mat here in Marshall on Saturday, it will be the high seed in the north, or of the south, which is likely to be Fairmont, versus the winner of this other match here in town, United or Redwood. So it looks like they're finishing up on the blood time here, and should be getting right back to the action. All right, off the whistle, we got New London was able to try to stand up, but Jaden was able to get some forward pressure and knock him off his base. And now he's looking for that crossface into a butcher series again. He's trying to get that, and now it looks like he's switching back and forth between that and the cradle. But he kind of just needs to commit to one or the other.
On the black man at 100.
And just like that, he lets go of it, and with 13 seconds left, he's just going to try to hold him down here with in the second period. He does have the 8-0 lead, like we talked about, and just like that, we're going to be going into the final 2 minutes here at 195 pounds. And Marshall's going to choose up. He's kind of in control in that top position. And he's going to say, Coach, I'm going to go out and pin him. I got 2 minutes left. I'm going to pin him. So he's trying to break down New London and maybe go into a quick little tilt here. But New London, he's just trying to stay off his back. Once again, he is a 9th grader wrestling 195 pounds, so you don't see that too often. He's able to work back up to his base, and Marshall, he's trying to break him down, and he looks like he's close to back points, but instead we have a 2-point reversal for New London, and he's got a leg in already, and he looks like he's trying to crossbody ride, trying to get that far arm and break him out, put some pressure on, and possibly look for the guillotine here. It looks like if he can get that arm behind his head. It doesn't look so, but he's still in control, New London, but he needs to get that arm behind his head and scoot his hips. His hips are kind of falling away a little bit. But if Jaden can get that his right arm broke free, he will. Just like that, New London was able to still stay in control. Now he's going to that far knee. He's trying to break him down, which he's doing, and now he's trying to push all of his weight forward and possibly do a banana splits, guillotine, or crossbody ride, hip over to a tilt. With 20 seconds left here, he needs to make some magic work, otherwise the clock is going to run out on him. But Jaden's able to regain and get a quick reversal. So just like that, we have a 10-2 score. And just like that, the match is over. We have a 10-2 victory, major victory for Jaden Barr. And we have a 52-12 lead here going into the final 2 weights for the Tigers. So looks like we're going to have Cole Felsen for Marshall and Sebastian.
For the Wildcats, John Garcia. For the Tigers, Zach Felsen. On the black man,
I stand corrected. John Garcia, 9th grader, an alternate at a. They're going to slip in here at a 220 pounds.
For United, Nathan Mortensen. At 107.
So both wrestlers are trying to feel each other out. Usually when we get up to this 195, 220 area, wrestling, the action slows down a little bit just because the athletes aren't as agile. And both wrestlers are trying to feel each other out, see if they can't get maybe a underhook or just a throw by or something conservative yet safe, and something productive that they can do here as a go-to move. And these 2 wrestlers could meet in the individual portion here in 2 weeks, but saw a nice high crotch there for Cole Felsen. He was able to take him right to his back. So just like that, he kept it going. They got another fall, and now it's 58-12 with his younger brother coming right up. So I believe we'll have Cole Felsen, and for New London Spicer, I believe it's going to be Sebastian Bitson. All right, sounds like that's the matchup we have. So Cole goes right away. It looks like he's going right to the bear hug. He doesn't want to waste any time. He's out here putting the pressure on. He's really pushing the pace here, and New London's kind of backing up. If he keep that going for a while, it'll be tough sledding for the opponent. But just like that, New London takes a quick shot, and Cole's able to drop down, defend that shot, and get around for a 2-point takedown. And right away he's off. He's trying to put some pressure on that far shoulder, trying to get that wrist over, see if he can get across his back and put some pressure on. And now looks like he's trying to do kind of an abbreviated Iowa throw, but he's back into front head. He's going to give 1 point escape to Red, and he looks like he's controlling that arm. So we have a 2-1 match here at heavyweight with a minute left. Both wrestlers are tying up. Looks like Cole's got an underhook again. Both wrestlers are just pushing and pulling, seeing if they can't get something. Cole's back into that bear hug situation. And New London's trying to step into a headlock. And let's see if Cole can just power through. If he can get that wrist, or looks like just off. He needed another foot of space, and he could maybe crawl up for a takedown. Looked pretty agile there for a 285-pounder. I'm pretty sure there's some guys in the stands that are a little bigger than that couldn't quite do that. And just like that, we still have a 2-1 match here with about 20 seconds left here in the first period. Cole, he's going to slip into, looks like the opponent's trying to do a headlock, and he's just trying to sneak out the back and trying to get a takedown. He's going to try dropping down on that leg, and New London grabs his arm, and he's trying to throw a headlock. And Cole's able to get two right at the end of the first period. So just like that, we have a 4-1 lead for the Tigers. And New London's going down. And Cole's able to put some forward pressure on and just knock him off his base, and now he's on his belly. So you got to use all your weight and pressure and just keep pushing into this guy, because this guy, I believe, weighed in at 220 pounds. So you got to believe that Cole's got the upper hand weight-wise, and it sure looks that way as well. And see if he can't keep the pressure on and maybe find an opening to turn him over and maybe get some back points. But New London is able to work up to his base, and Cole's trying to return him to the mat, and he is able to do so. And we have about 1:20 left here in the second period. Cole, he's got a nice deep half, and he's going to jump to the other side and take him over nice and slow. And just like that, he gets another fall for the Tigers. And they're going to win today with a 64-12 victory over New London Spicer. So they I guess wrestled just like they're supposed to as a 1 seed for the first round of sections, and they're going to move on to Saturday. It's going to be here in Marshall. Come support your Marshall Tigers. They're going to need some fans in the crowd for them, because there's going to be quite a few other spectators from 3AA here in Marshall. They're going to wrestle the winner of New Ulm and Worthington, and they're wrestling as we speak over in Fairmont. And we hope to see you all come back out for some wrestling here on Saturday. Again, today's broadcast is brought to you by Marshall Community Access Channel, or Tiger TV. If you see them out in the community, tell them you like what they're doing, so they know that they're broadcasting the correct sports that you like, or events in general. So contact them, contact someone at the city. They'll direct you in the right direction. Once again, thank you to Marshall Community Access Channel, or Tiger TV, for today's broadcast. And Jake Jellin signing off with my cameraman Ryan Meyerberg.